Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys Nation, grab your hats, buckle up, and get ready for what's shaping up to be one of the most electrifying seasons in Dallas Cowboys history. The buzz surrounding the 2025 Dallas Cowboys offense isn't just hype. It's not just chatter floating around on social media or whispers in the group chats. No, this is the real deal. This offense isn't just built to compete, it's built to absolutely explode, leaving defenses scrambling, fans on their feet, and analysts rewriting their predictions. If you're as pumped as I am about what's coming, stick with me for the next few minutes, because I'm about to break down every single reason why this Cowboys offense is a problem, a massive, game-changing problem for every team standing in their way. Let's dive in. Let's set the stage. The 2024 season wasn't a disaster for the Cowboys by any stretch. We saw flashes of brilliance, moments where the offense clicked, and big plays that had us jumping out of our seats. But let's be real, it never fully came together. There were stretches of inconsistency, moments where the rhythm just wasn't there, and times when the potential was obvious but the execution fell short. That's all in the rearview mirror now. The 2025 Cowboys offense isn't about what could be. It's about precision, execution, and a level of firepower that's been meticulously crafted to dominate. From the front office to the coaching staff to the players on the field, every move this offseason was strategic, intentional, and downright brilliant. The pieces aren't just in place, they've been upgraded, fine-tuned, and locked in for maximum impact. What's driving this transformation? Let's start with the alignment at the top. For years, Cowboys fans have been frustrated by a lack of cohesion between the front office and the coaching staff. Too often, it felt like the team was pulling in different directions, with no clear vision uniting the roster. That's changed in 2025. The front office, led by Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, and the coaching staff, under Mike McCarthy, are finally on the same page. This offseason wasn't just about adding talent, it was about adding the right talent. Players who fit the scheme, who embody the culture, and who are ready to buy into the vision of a high-octane, relentless offense. The draft picks, the free agency signings, the contract extensions, all of it reflects a unified approach. And when a team is in sync from the top down, it doesn't just improve, it takes off like a rocket. This Cowboys offense is built to do things we haven't seen in Dallas in years. We're talking about an attack that can stretch defenses vertically with deep shots, win physical battles at the line of scrimmage, and pound teams into submission with a punishing ground game. This isn't a one-dimensional unit that relies on a single star or a single strategy. This is a balanced, versatile, and explosive offense that's designed to keep defensive coordinators up at night. Long, sustained drives. Check. Chunk plays that flip the field? Check. Scoreboard fireworks that light up a T&T stadium? Oh, you better believe it. This is the recipe for an offense that doesn't just compete, it dominates. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let me take a quick moment to say this. If you're as fired up about this Cowboys offense as I am, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We're on a mission to hit 14,000 subscribers and build the strongest, most passionate Cowboys community on YouTube. Every click helps us get there, so let's make it happen, Cowboys Nation. And real quick, do you think this offense is about to go absolutely nuclear in 2025? Drop a yes or no in the comments below, and let's see where the fans stand. Now, let's talk about the weapons, because this offensive core is straight up lethal. At the heart of this offense is a trio that might just be the most exciting group the Cowboys have fielded in decades. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and Jake Ferguson. This isn't just a collection of names on a roster, it's a perfectly balanced, versatile, and downright dangerous group of playmakers. Let's start with CeeDee Lamb. This guy isn't just a rising star anymore. He's a certified superstar, a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL, no question about it. His route running is crisp, his ability to create separation is elite, and his yards after catch ability is pure electricity. He's Dak Prescott's go-to target, the guy who can turn a quick slant into a 70-yard touchdown. And with contract negotiations heating up, you know CD is coming into 2025 with a chip on his shoulder. He's not just playing to dominate, he's playing to get paid, and that's a scary proposition for any cornerback trying to cover him. Then there's George Pickens, the new addition, who's about to set the NFL on fire. Pickens brings something this offense has been craving for years: physicality, attitude, and deep ball explosiveness. In Pittsburgh, he was underutilized, stuck in an offense that didn't always know how to maximize his talents. In Dallas, he's about to be unleashed. Pickens is a vertical threat who can high-point the ball like few others, a contested catch specialist who thrives in the spotlight. With CeeDee Lamb drawing double teams and pulling coverage his way, Pickens is going to feast in one-on-one matchups. Cornerbacks are going to have nightmares trying to handle his combination of size, speed, and swagger. This is the kind of player who changes the geometry of a defense, forcing them to respect the deep ball and opening up everything underneath. And let's not sleep on Jake Ferguson, the tight end who's quietly becoming one of the most reliable weapons in this offense. Last season, Ferguson took a massive step forward, sneaking into the top 10 among tight ends in receiving yards. He's physical, dependable, and a perfect fit for play-action passes and red zone situations. Whether he's boxing out linebackers in the middle of the field or making contested catches in traffic, Ferguson is the kind of player who keeps the chains moving. If he continues on this trajectory, a Pro Bowl nod in 2025 isn't out of the question. The best part? These three, Lamb, Pickens, and Ferguson, don't just bring raw talent, they bring spacing and versatility. Lamb can work the middle of the field or take it to the sideline. Pickens stretches defenses vertically. Ferguson exploits soft zones and attacks the seam. That kind of variety forces defenses to pick their poison, and most of the time, they're going to guess wrong. So, let me throw this out to you, Cowboys Nation. Between CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and Jake Ferguson, who are you most excited about for 2025? Drop your pick in the comments below, and let's see who the fans are riding with. And if you're vibing with this breakdown so far, smash that like button so more Cowboys fans can join the conversation. We're building something special here, and we need all of you on board. Now, let's talk about the big men up front, because no offense can thrive without a strong offensive line. The Cowboys have always prided themselves on their O-line, and in 2025, they've reloaded with a group that's ready to dominate. The front office made some savvy moves in the offseason, bringing in players who move well, communicate effectively, and play with a chip on their shoulder. Rookies like Tyler Guyton and Cooper Beebe are already turning heads. Guyton is raw, no doubt, but his athletic upside is off the charts. He's got the kind of potential that could make him a cornerstone left tackle for years to come. Beebe, on the other hand, brings toughness and intelligence to the interior, locking down the center position and ensuring the line operates like a well-oiled machine. Then you've got Tyler Smith, who continues to be one of the most underrated linemen in the NFL. This guy is a mauler, plain and simple, and his ability to dominate in both the run game and pass protection is a game changer. And let's not forget Terrence Steele, who's now fully healthy and ready to anchor the right side once again. This group isn't just talented, it's cohesive, physical, and ready to impose its will. What does a strong offensive line mean for this offense? It means Dak Prescott has time to go through his reads and take those calculated deep shots. It means the run game can finally get going, with running backs finding holes and breaking off big gains. And when the run game is clicking, it sets up the play-action game, which is where this offense really shines. The Cowboys have struggled with consistency on the ground in recent years, but with this rebuilt O-line and a clear commitment to balance, the run game could quietly become one of the most underrated weapons on the team. Picture this, a defense that's been softened up by 20 yards of CeeDee Lamb on a crossing route, followed by a 15-yard run up the middle, capped off with a perfectly timed play-action bomb to George Pickens. That's the kind of sequence that keeps defensive coordinators up at night. Now, let's get to the engine of this offense, Dak Prescott. Love him or criticize him, there's no denying that 2025 is a defining year for No. 4. The gray area is gone. The excuses are gone. This is Dak's time to prove he's the guy to lead this team, not just to the playoffs, but deep into January and maybe even February. Last season, Dak was solid. He wasn't at an MVP level, but he was efficient, making smart reads, managing the offense, and showing real command in the latter part of the year. But 2025? This is his offense. This is his moment. With offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer fully in control and tailoring the playbook to Dak's strengths, we're seeing a new emphasis on rhythm, play action, and tempo. The goal is simple: get the ball out fast, take calculated deep shots, and keep defenses off balance. This playbook is built to give Dak more control, more freedom, and more opportunities to shine. And let's not forget the stakes. Dak is in a contract year, which means every throw, every win, and every mistake carries extra weight. That kind of pressure can either crush you or sharpen you. And if we know one thing about Dak Prescott, it's that he's a fighter. He's got the weapons around him: Lamb, Pickens, Ferguson, and a reloaded O-line. He's got a play caller who's designing the offense around his strengths. He's got a locker room that believes in him. Now it's about execution. If the Dak we saw at the end of last season, the one who was poised, decisive, and in command, shows up from week 1, this offense won't just be efficient. It'll be lethal. So, Cowboys Nation, let's hear it. Do you believe Dak Prescott is the long-term answer in Dallas? Drop a yes or no in the comments, and don't hold back, be honest. What really sets this 2025 Cowboys offense apart, though, is something that's been missing in recent years: a clear identity. For too long, this team tried to be everything to everyone. A little bit of West Coast offense here, a little bit of power run game there, some deep shots sprinkled in, and a whole lot of hoping it would all come together. It was like cooking without a recipe. Sometimes it worked, but more often than not, it left you wanting more. Not anymore. This offense has a sharp, focused, and unified identity. The goal is simple, but devastatingly effective: play fast, stay balanced, and attack space. Put constant pressure on the defense from every angle. Motion CeeDee Lamb to create mismatches. Hit George Pickens with back shoulder throws in one-on-one situations. Let Jake Ferguson dominate soft zones in the middle. And, most importantly, run the ball with force. That last part, the run game, is where this offense could really surprise people. For years, the Cowboys have leaned heavily on their passing game, but in 2025, the ground attack is poised to become a true weapon. With a rebuilt offensive line and running backs who can exploit gaps, this team is ready to wear down defenses and control the clock. And when the run game is clicking, it opens up everything else. Play-action passes become deadly, with Dak finding open receivers as linebackers bite on the fake. Deep shots become more effective as safeties creep closer to the line of scrimmage. This is the kind of offense that doesn't just move the ball, it imposes its will, drive after drive, quarter after quarter. Let's talk a bit more about Brian Schottenheimer, because the offensive coordinator deserves a lot of credit for what's happening here. Schottenheimer isn't trying to reinvent the wheel, he's building a system that plays to the strengths of his players. He's looked at Dak Prescott's skill set and said, how can I make this guy as comfortable as possible? The answer lies in quick rhythmic passes that let Dak get the ball out fast, combined with play-action shots that take advantage of his ability to read defenses. Schottenheimer is also leaning heavily on pre-snap motion to create confusion and mismatches. Watch for CeeDee Lamb lining up in different spots, sometimes in the slot, sometimes out wide, sometimes even in the backfield. That kind of movement forces defenses to adjust on the fly, and when they're out of position, this offense pounces. The addition of George Pickens also gives Schottenheimer a new toy to play with. In Pittsburgh, Pickens was often limited by an offense that didn't stretch the field consistently. In Dallas, he's going to be a focal point of the deep passing game. Schottenheimer has already shown a knack for designing plays that isolate Pickens in one-on-one situations, letting him use his size and athleticism to win contested catches. And when defenses start shading safety, help toward Pickens, that's when Lamb and Ferguson go to work underneath. It's a beautiful chess game, and Schottenheimer is playing it like a grandmaster. Another key factor in this offense's potential is the depth at the skill positions. Beyond Lamb, Pickens, and Ferguson, the Cowboys have a supporting cast that's ready to step up. Jalen Tolbert, who's been quietly developing into a reliable no-3 receiver, brings speed and crisp route running to the table. Running back Rico Dowdle has shown flashes of brilliance and could emerge as a true RB1 if he stays healthy. And don't sleep on the rookie-class players like Ryan Flournoy and Brevin Spanford are raw, but have the kind of upside that could make them contributors by mid-season. This isn't an offense that falls apart if one guy goes down. It's deep, versatile, and ready for anything. Let's not overlook the intangibles either. This team has a different vibe in 2025. There's an energy in the locker room, a sense of purpose that's been missing in recent years. You can see it in the way the players talk about each other, the way they rally around Doc, the way they embrace the pressure of playing for America's team. This isn't a group that's content with just making the playoffs. They're hungry for more. They want to prove the doubters wrong, silence the critics, and bring a championship back to Dallas. That kind of mindset can't be measured in stats or film study, but it's the kind of thing that separates good teams from great ones. As we look ahead to the 2025 season, it's clear that this Cowboys offense is built for the modern NFL. It's fast, it's physical, it's versatile, and it's explosive. It's an offense that can score in a hurry or grind out a 12-play drive. It's an offense that can win in the air or on the ground. It's an offense that's ready to take on the best defenses in the league and come out on top. Whether it's a shootout with Kansas City or a slugfest with Philadelphia, this unit has the tools to get the job done. So, Cowboys Nation, let's wrap this up with one final question. What's your bold prediction for this offense in 2025? Are we talking 5,000 passing yards for Dake? A 2,000-yard season for CeeDee Lamb? A Super Bowl run powered by this explosive attack? Drop your predictions in the comments, and let's see how big we're dreaming. And if you're still here, you're the heart and soul of this community. So hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and let's keep the momentum going. The 2025 Dallas Cowboys offense is about to take the NFL by storm, and we're all along for the ride. Let's go, Cowboys!